Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough, sort of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Now, my voice didn't get recorded this session, and so, at least for the first part of it, so I'm just going to give some notes this is kind of me from the future, giving some notes on what actually happened here. First heading into the Lunari Desert back to get the Mog Nest. So one of the things I noticed here was I just tried interacting with the thing for fun, with the new element, the fifth undiscovered element, and I saw this teleport option. I didn't know what it was, and apparently you can teleport out of these things. I didn't know that. I don't know if that's just with the fifth element, or if you can do that with, you can leave dungeons from any of those elemental wells, but that was neat. Got the Moogle house here.
Hello, Kapo.
Moogle seemed pretty happy,
Whoa.
but we didn't end up getting a set here. We just got the second of three.
Oh.
So this is in what's it called? Mars Pass, I think, where we got a few options here for a valiant weapon, a mighty weapon, or a victorious weapon. It seemed like the halberd is better than the others. The halberd has Psy Blast, and it ended up being incredibly long range, which I certainly appreciate. I was shocked though that the victorious weapon, which has the most stats of the group, the victorious weapon didn't have the most stats. The mighty weapon has a 32 for strength. The victorious weapon has a 31, and the victorious weapon is. It has Avalanche as its foe, and it's called the High Wind. It's called the friggin' High Wind. How is that not the legendary, ultimate, easily best weapon? But it's not. So, yeah, we got, I don't know, we went with the Mighty Weapon. But we actually went with both. Both are good. There was no downside to getting both. Come to think of it, perhaps the entire Black Knight story was just a hoax from Teodo. Stranger things have happened, right? I don't remember if that was from previously, but it stuck out to me.
Hello.
So this is where we actually crafted the flame gloves finally, at long last. I've been looking for a place that would have the skill to craft these, and we found one. Here, of course, in the home of the Lilties, because that's really the only place that'll have that sort of skill. Though, one thing was missing here, which was the vendor down on the bottom left of where you walk in. There used to be a vendor there, I'm pretty sure, unless my memory is faulty, which it probably is, but that vendor is gone. Someone else, Miyu Ham. Come to think of it, I can't remember what my father told me. Again, just more evidence of the memory monster eating people's memories. Yeah, so Shella. So we also went to Shella.
Do you wish to cross?
We did wish to cross.
Do you wish to cross? Ah.
The sluice must not be working, for the Jegon has dried up. Yep. Professor Rucklier is conducting a special workshop on Veolu Sluice. And so, yeah, this was what gave me a heads up that there was a little workshop being conducted. I went to buy some accessory stuff, and then this thing about Denam came up. Come to think of it, Denam left the village. He said he'd return unburdened. Suppose he meant without a crystal. That really surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. So I don't know who Denam is, but he certainly comes up. I feel like we've definitely met Denam earlier. Denam left. He said further research could only be done out in the field. Yeah, and he has, later in this video, he has mail exchanges with me, too. On Eleanor, cast rays upon withered pump flowers to advance deeper into Veolu Sluice. Yeah, so this is just one of those things that I have to remember when I actually go to Veolu Sluice, probably in my next session. If you're curious about the processes involved, Professor Rucklier can explain them to you. And so he will. Always good to just crash a seminar.
Oh.
Rucklier, Veolus lies to the south. It's powered by the pump flower plants that grow there. These plants channel a tremendous amount of water from Lake Shella to the Jegon River. Because they were created with magic, pump flower plants have unusual properties. For example, they live as long as trees, but they're pollinated only every few decades. The pollinated flowers close their petals and drop underwater to raise their seeds. So, interesting here that this is like, the Jegon didn't dry up because of the memory monsters. I think it just dried up because, once this occurs, the plant stops pumping water. It's just a natural cycle. After being raised, it should regain its energy and begin pumping water again. So, yeah, no problem there. Using magic to create life itself. How intriguing.
Yeah.
Laketa. Wow, I never imagined such a fascinating plant existed. I've got to tell everyone about it when I get home. Prepare to be shunned by your friends. Wimp. Great, I think I'm finally free of the farm. And what do people here talk about? Plants. That's rough. You're trying to escape home and you only get more home. Nale dots. Enough with the botany lesson. I want to learn some magic. Yeah, Nale wants to learn the cool stuff. Nale, I think, is a kid. Nale has that baby onion face.
Oh?
Leonari, wonder what I was doing many years ago. I can't remember at all. Doesn't really add anything specific, super specific here, but yeah, just more of the memory eating, which is kind of scary to me personally, again, because I mean, I who knows what's going to happen. I might not make it that long, but if I live to older age, then I mean, there's a pretty decent likelihood this will come for me too one day. Come for many of us. On a happier note, we got Hurdy.
The long journeys to collect myrrh are a trial that we must endure.
Is this isn't our I get Hurdy and Gertie mixed up, of course, but is this our first meeting with Hurdy? I don't think it is.
I hope, though, that our bright young travelers will someday be free of this burden.
Yeah, I hope so too. As one of those travelers.
The long journey, I hope.
So a little cutscene on the road with some of the folks from either Mars Pass or Alphataria. I don't remember which. Hi, Lindot.
We've caught a great many monsters today.
Of course, we're exhausted from it all. But it's been such a good day that we'll give you this. Is that all right with you?
No objections whatsoever. Go ahead and take it, friend.
And this was an interesting little cutscene because it doesn't have a chunk of silver. It doesn't have a diary entry, so it must just be a non-plot related thing.
They say that wicked creatures prowl the road along this beautiful riverbank, but nobody's ever seen
Then I
one.
handed it over to the
once
River Bell
asked a man
path.
why. He simply replied, because anybody who happens upon one is promptly eaten. But it is long since anyone has met such a fate. But nowadays, people take another route, far away from the spooky old road. Only we walk the old way now. Travelers in crystal caravans.
Who is this? This is the main thing I wasn't sure about. Is that just a rock? No, that's just a rock. Never mind. I thought that was like a head sticking out of the water. It's not. Papa. Yeah, so next I ended up going to the River Bell path because I wanted to try out the second run of a couple of these dungeons to see if it was fun, to see how much further I wanted to go. And what was different. And the only real thing different here is these friggin' rocky hedgehog pies, which just... They didn't beat me or anything, but boy did they give me some trouble. Like, again, some of these rocky enemies, I guess they are a lot of like rock elementals, like the rock Sahagin, the rock hedgehog pies. These are, yeah, they're just the souped up, powered up versions of these, and they were rough to deal with. Feels a little bit... Oh, and I got to try out my this Titanic crash thing from the High Wind. That's pretty good. It lets me kind of charge in and do a little AoE attack. And finally it goes down. Good lord.
Mail Moogle at your service, Capo. Capo!
So I didn't know what to expect for mail at
Here
the
you
end
go,
of this.
Capo.
Because this is, again, not a story thing, but not a story dungeon. But I got a letter from Denam, who we've just been hearing all about, who left Shella. I'll check it out. There may be some clues in Conal Curric. I shall go and take a look, from Denam. And I don't know if this is out of... If I'm getting this here because I'm going out of order. Like, if I had done Conal Curric next, then... Or if I had done Veolus Luce, then whether I would have met Denam in Veolus Luce, and he'll be like, I'm finding mysteries here. I don't know what's going on, and like whether this would make sense. But it feels out of place to get this letter from Denam here. So I guess just remind me. I guess did we? If you know the answer, did we meet Denam earlier? I don't know. So hopefully he didn't die, and in hopes that he didn't die, I sent him a Phoenix down. Nothing super great. Got a Chris for Magic. Magic +3. Yeah, we got double Chris action. Because the other option in Iron Alloy is no option at all. The diary entry, quickly collected. Today I defeated the giant crab at Riverbell Path and quickly collected a drop of myrrh. It was an easy fight, so I spent a peaceful interlude over a light meal. I was a little surprised. I never considered myself a fighter. Yeah, it was just not a problem. It was an easy fight, and this is kind of I think this is the generic post-game diary entry. Not post-game, but the general, like, repeated content, repeated dungeon diary entry. Maybe it'll be a different one for some of the more advanced dungeons. Maybe it'll be less like, oh, that was so easy, and more, that was a challenge. So the last thing I tried to do in this particular part of this video was redoing Goblin Wall, because there were so many new things that were available. Was this Cerberus enemy different? It has to be. I do not remember fighting a Cerberus that had, like, this giant fire breath. First time we were here in Goblin Wall, but I could be wrong. Oh, and I was testing out weapon stuff, too. Like, which weapon to use. And this is one of those cases, one of the few cases, I think, where it really helps to have ranged in particular, because every time I hit with a melee attack, even with the leap-in attack, that jellyfish thing just stunned me just by making contact with it. So instead, by going to my new weapon with Psyblast, yeah, I was able to take it out without getting stunned. So that felt good, to choose weapons smartly and be rewarded for it.
Mail Moogle at your service, Capo.
The mail at the end of the second one, though.
Here you go, Capo.
It's a letter from Denam. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues. My research on the miasma and monsters has come to a halt. I don't think I can do this any longer. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something with this whole Denam thing. I don't know exactly what, but it does feel like I'm missing something. Didn't really know what to send him, so figured I'd just send him a strange seed, I think, just because if he's looking for something to keep his interest, maybe a strange seed will help, but I don't think it really matters much. I hope I'm not seeing this stuff out of an intended context. One upside of Goblin Wall is that there was no shortage of treasure chests, especially in the second go-around in this place. But a downside is that all those treasure chests and extra points got me jack and squat. I got, like, +1 strength. This was not worth it. It was fun enough, but it was not worth it. This is not something I would describe as worth it with the amount of time it took. And that was the end of year 5. 5 years have passed since I first set out. There was a man who lost his memory and spent his days chasing some sort of light. How could any... I didn't know what this meant at first. This is the Black Knight they're talking about. How could anyone go on without any memory at all? Perhaps he hunts the light because stripped of his memory he has nothing left. If he still had his memory, he would surely have chosen a different path. Yeah, I mean... But I, as the player, know that it's not... I think there is something he's doing here that's more noble or has a purpose. I don't know. I hope I didn't miss anything because I went with year 6. Because I went to year 6 and didn't get to see across the river. Roland, it's become hard to say goodbye. Perhaps it's just my old age, right? This is leaving Tipa to start year 6. He never returned, you know. His final letter came from a place called Mag-Mel. We've not heard from him since. Every time we hear of someone traveling about and offering aid to people, we think of him. Is this the scholar? Is this a child? I don't remember enough about Roland's story. But it is likely no more than chance resemblance.
That fool.
After all, he would never be satisfied with such simple endeavors. He always held fast to his goals.
However,
Goals are important, but you must remember to come back to us. It is not so much the myrrh we await as the return of our caravan. This is very sweet. Curious it is, though, that Mag-Mel, it's a place right out of legend. So this has got to be a new dungeon. It is as though our scholar has stumbled into a land of fable. Okay, yeah, so this is the scholar they're talking about. Yeah. Is the scholar Gertie in this case? I don't think the scholar is Dainam, is it? I guess I don't know. Maybe it is Dainam. I do not know. The 5th year ends. 5 years have passed. Oh yeah, we already saw that. And then yeah, the Goblin Wall thing. Today I defeated Goblin King and Goblin Wall. It's just the same, quickly collected as the one for Riverbell Path. So yeah, that kind of killed some of my incentive to keep going because it felt just generic. Anyway, that was it. On to the next thing. Okay. So we got first thing. Oh, and for big in case because I'm cutting in at a random point here. Yeah. So I am with Almeron currently, where he is on his scantily clad Selkie Sayabi to help me read the Conal Curric slates.
I have the stone is inscribed with an ancient Selkic script, and I can say translate.
Okay.
To those who follow, we shall build a road. Let these stones guide you to our new haven.
We should build a road with... That makes sense, because this is like a place they were exploring to find a new home.
Mm-hmm.
And what... Do you want, and just in case anyone didn't see, I don't remember if you put this in Discord or in the comment, but do you want to say what that awesome thing that it's still blowing my mind that you found out about the or just I didn't even know that Selkie was a mythological thing.
Oh yeah, Selkies are like I didn't. From Norse and Celtic mythology, they're like seal people. They can seals who can turn into people.
Oh.
All right.
Script number 2.
To those who follow, our new haven is not far. Press onward with faith.
This is all leading up to, like, the birds got us or something. Everyone is dead.
Okay, here's a rock. To those who follow, we have lost many of our own. Be ever vigilant as you advance.
Okay.
These logs, see? These are the ones from the Demon's Court.
Look at them. Nice to see you again, friends.
Oh, this guy.
What kind of Sahagin is this? Steel Sahagin?
This might be the Sahagin Prince. I think they said I saw there was a Sahagin Prince. Otherwise, it's Stone Sahagin. Those are the other Sahagin types in here. But this guy's not going down, so I'm gonna guess it's the Prince.
Yeah. I don't even know what a Stone Sahagin would be weak. What stone would mean weak against.
Ooh, a pressed flower.
Oh, nice. I've seen a couple of recipes that needed that. I don't remember what, but it's come up a couple times. I remember.
A couple of the accessories.
Soul of the Lion. Have we been here before?
We might have missed it.
Yeah, this place,
Came through here.
this does not seem familiar.
Nope, star pendant.
Hmm.
Oh well. That's okay. To those who follow, a haven where the Selkies can dwell in freedom lies ahead in the distance.
Does it? Is there a
mean-
secret? Maybe they mean like philosophically.
Yeah. The opening narration implied that there was, in fact, no haven ahead.
Yeah. And to anyone listening right now, I can't vouch for whether Bennett's lying or not. Like this could just be Selkie fan fiction that he's writing, and I would have no way to check it. So apologies if that's the case.
To those who follow, I am the only one left. I can build the road no more. To those who follow, be steadfast in your path. Find a place we Selkies can call our own.
And it's sad because, I mean, most of the world is just dominated by Lilties, so they probably never got that place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like...
To live, the Selkic code. First, get the food. Second, get the gil. Third, get the items. Last but not least, get others to defeat your enemies for you. That's how it's done. From my mother.
It's a good, wise lesson. So yeah, we're coming back to Veo Luce Luce, and I'm joined by my three companions, my three crystal caravan ears.
Thereby providing food to people the world
This is Aproustian playing Eidolon.
to us
And Hatstan playing Nephili.
is more
And Almeron playing Saya B today.
So the main difference is that thing I put into the Discord that apparently if you cast Raise on flowers, that unlocks a thing.
Okay, once I get raised, I will.
Oh, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
This is new, right? Because the
Yeah, we
the
didn't
river
get
dried
to
up.
go down in the water before, yeah.
River's dried up, so
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Oh, I need to take magical damage.
sure do.
I wonder if it counts as magical damage from miasma. Probably not.
I know, but that was so much fun. Oh, I missed that comet. Damn. Well,
Yeah,
we can
but we're
come back
gonna have
around once we have it.
Oh, anyone else want to stand with me on the? Oh no, this probably doesn't work until the.
It's not working. I stood on it already. Yeah.
Because this is the thing that in the past would have made the thing I'm at right now like spout up, but there's no water to spout.
Right, there's not enough water.
Let me grab the money.
Oh, and I don't know if this is going to happen, but if it does start flooding, just be ready to run up in case we start taking damage from the water. I don't know if that'll
Okay.
happen though.
Sounds good.
It seems like it would be a bit mean, but
Oh, maybe we have to do like enough of them, and then the waters come back. We do like 4 pump flowers or something. Like this is like these are like the 3 nipples. We have to go like chill, and then.
do we want to go back to the
Left
other
or right?
ones?
Let's go left. That we know there's one over there.
We know there's one over here, yeah.
Hmm. Oh, I didn't think that was going to work from here. Nice.
I already tested the spell with cure that I could get the cure down there. So
Nice.
So
okay.
oh, there must have been another. Well, there's probably another. Yeah, here we are. Perfect.
Oh, here, on the left, you can do another raise. There it is.
Beautiful. If that bomb was dropping a chili gel, maybe the bomb also is frost aligned. Oh, and look at the frog is caught on fire. That's probably a good sign. Yeah, the frog went down super quick there.
Yeah, fire is good.
Incidentally, I was curious and looked it up. The if you're on fire, it lowers your defense.
Oh, that
Oh,
makes
neat.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah, you would be distracted if you were set on fire. You would be less likely to block
I mean, I
things.
would be.
Like There's more plans, though.
Oh, but that's perfect. It's more enemies to get Farraga.
Well, it would be, except they keep...
If I'm not stunned, yeah.
Us, yeah.
Oh, nice job blocking the fist for me. Thank you.
Plans are back.
Good healing, by the way.
Yeah.
Fire under the balls.
Nice job.
Hey.
Phew.
I think we finished the boss with that fire auga.
I have a letter today, Kupo.
So Denam is. I keep getting letters from Denam the last few times. Is that expected at this point?
Could be.
Monsters in miasma. Monsters in miasma. I tried and I tried, but it's just too much. Maybe it's a task that's just beyond my ability.
Oh. Wait. He's not family, is he?
No, he's not. I've gotten 3 letters from Denam. I feel like it's...
He's the Selkie researcher that was in Shella.
Yeah. And
he's trying to research a way to get around without a crystal.
So I can either say you can do it, or I can just go no reply. I don't really believe in him. I'll say you can do it. But I'll send him a phoenix down just in case.
Awesome. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Nice job and so the next time I think is going to be. I guess I don't know what it's going to be next time. I think it's Raubena Teira is what we're going to do. Even if it's not like a main story thing, I think it's just a new dungeon we haven't done yet.
Awesome.
Does that sound right?
I don't recognize that.
That is correct.
Okay. Because now the Veilus Sluice should have cleared things up. All right, thank you all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Have a good Pigeon. You want to say goodnight?
Good night, Pigeon.
You're not getting away this time.
Well, I'm getting a Black Knight cutscene.
Hey.
Oh, this is frustrating. The friggin' memory demon is gaslighting him. Oh, they even give us... Holy shit.
Boy?
The Black Knight went to attack it, and it was like just in place of a boy. So now the Black Knight looks like he's just murderous. For my father, a lilty child just murdered the Black.
That's the kid who his father was killed.
Yeah, he was the one in Mars Pass, right? Or not in Mars Pass, in AlphaTaria.
Yes.
Wow, this is darker than I was expecting.
Not yet. Not without my memories.
Not yet, not without my memories.
I will die a hollow man. Where will my spirit go? Is this the end? Light, answer me.
This is just going to be well, I don't know what this is going to be.
I'm no light. My name is Leon Esla.
Leon Esla?
Leon Esla.
Leon? Yes. I found it. Leon Esla.
I feel so bad for this knight.
My memory.
Mm-hmm.
And Jonah.
I wonder if this is like, these are all, like if he was a caravaner who just lost his caravan.
Could be. Could also be, they talk about the scholar who hired a warrior to help him investigate something.
Yeah, so, yeah. And is the scholar...
Sorry. I didn't want it to end this way.
Is the scholar Hurdy? Or Gertie?
I think the scholar is Hurdy.
Okay.
It's Hurdy, not Gertie.
The one who's
Hurdy's
not a
different
dick.
character. Yes.
As long as people live, Ryam will make them suffer.
As long as people live, Ryam will make them suffer. Okay, this is feeling MSQ-ish.
O keepers of the crystal, what must I do?
Sit down, Buster.
O Keepers of the Crystal, what must I do? Trophy earned, his memories. Okay. Wow, okay, so many of these side quests are just like, I don't know, like, I'm tired of farming corn, but then you get, like, this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Chance meeting today, I witnessed the death of the Black Knight. A boy named Leon Esla was riding with the caravan from Alphataria. He drove his spear into the night. The knight seemed at peace when he died. I wish I knew why. Alright, I will hop off then. Thank you,
Okay.
as always. Have a good night.
Yep. Good night.